What's up, everyone? This is Saiyan back once again for some more Let's Play Chrono Trigger in the last part. Chrono came back to the team, we managed to kill the Son of the Sun, and obtain the Sunstone, which became the Wonder Shot in the Sun Shades. And now we're going to go back to the 600s, the Middle Ages, in order to help out a person who's trying to make things a bit more lively and green around these parts. Well, considering there's a huge-ass hole in the middle of this desert, I don't blame them. But first, we got a little bit of fixing to do. First, let's put on those shades. It doesn't say how much, but it's definitely a substantial amount. See, damage can vary, so it's not going to give out the same damage each time. And yeah, I think we need to switch out. We need a water user for this next part. And since Frog was in there for quite some time, he was there for the whole thing of Death Peak. And Marl was just there for the cutscene, so let's put her back in. And I healed off screen just so my guys could be at full strength and we storm this sunken hole in the ground. But let's check out the villa of Fiona. See what she's up to. And I will loot them as I come in. Hi, Marco. Okay, I wasn't asking, but whatever. Don't worry about it. We got this, don't we? Yeah, this part isn't all that hard, if I'm being honest. It's pretty easy if you have someone who has water-based magic. Water or ice, it really doesn't matter. And I got two of them on the team just to make things a bit quicker. This place does house a few items that you don't exactly want to miss. I mean, you can, but you don't want to be at a disadvantage later on, do you? Let's make things a bit easier and cut these guys down. Make things frosty. It's kind of the opposite of what happened in the prehistoric age. Instead of lightning, it's ice. Yes, they're so used to living in sand that apparently one drop of water will fuck everything for them. Good to know. Full ether. The real important stuff isn't going to be until we hit the basement. All this is quite missable, really. And for the most part, you're just going to be seeing me use Ice 2 over and over again. Damn, Janice, you got a lot of MP. Like I said before, water will destroy everything in this place. And there's Dark Bomb. Love to show that off, but I kind of want to focus on doing more ice and water damage. Although I guess one wouldn't hurt. Or maybe it will, who knows. Probably helps if we get on the right person. It's not a screen attack like the level 2 spells are. Pretty much like a dark explosion. Does a bunch of damage. It's worth it. Still, we're gonna have one left over to slice open. But we took care of that, and the game is always proving me wrong. Slice that bitch open. Thank you. If we're under-leveled before, we're not going to be when we leave this place. God, these guys never stop coming. And they will respawn if you leave and re-enter the sunken hole. So if you just want to grind here for a while, that's cool. I mean, you don't exactly have to. There are other better places to grind than this. But it's your prerogative, not mine. Me, I got other places in mind. Can I finally get to the damn treasure chest now? I think we only have about one more group before we go against the boss. Elixir. Those are always good. Or I guess it's going to be two more groups. Because these Zora-looking things never seem to leave me the hell alone. They do look kind of like Zoras, don't they? All this was on the Super Nintendo, just like Link to the Past was. Subliminal messaging or just lazy designing? Who knows? Okay, final group. Jesus, that took forever. These guys are just reskins of Sir Crawley back in the sewers in 2300. They couldn't design these things a little bit differently. And when you only have so much space, you gotta do what you gotta do. But they're done. And after this, we never have to see them ever again. Not a problem for me. And finally, the treasure chest over in the right corner. An Aeon suit. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I better switch back all my crap that I had from the boss fight with the Son of the Sun. Okay, back with that. I think you're good. And hell, I think she can keep that. Okay, I think we're ready. Still gotta find that silver stud. I don't believe it's in this place. Oh, full tonic. There's the boss. If you don't want to fight him, just try to avoid him when you go for the treasure chest. Rat Knight. Oh, that's easy. Drown him. And Hyper Ether. Trying to get all the stuff before we fight him. Aeon Helm. We barely dodged him there. Muscle Ring. Couple more things and we'll be ready to go. Just a second, Rat Knight. I got stuff to refill, namely my MP. And HP to a lesser extent. And pop a bunch of these. No, not you. Him. He's the one who's been using most of his MP. There we go. We're ready. Or are we? I keep on contradicting myself. Ah, you don't need it. Eh, screw it. Alrighty then. Let's take on Rat Knight. Or is he just running away from me now? Come on, let's fight, damn it. And don't worry about possibly losing the treasure chest. You can't. They show up after the fight and there's no, oh shit, the place is collapsing sequence. So you can easily just take your time afterwards. But once you defeat Rat Knight and leave, you can't ever come back here. Just a fair warning. So you want to keep hammering him with ice or water spells. It doesn't hurt him, but it does make him weaker. The weaker he is, the harder he will get hit later on. And just like the Zombor fight on the bridge, he's got 2 sections. Or in this case, 3 sections. The top, the core, and the bottom. I think it's actually better to take care of the bottom portion first. considering that can be a bit more of a pain. But really, it's up to you. It really doesn't matter which order you take them out in. Slice off his legs! As long as he's wearing that amulet, he's gonna be good. Not gonna be doing a damned thing. Sand Cyclone will be annoying, so we should take care of the bottom part first. Always on the bottom to be a bit more annoying. And they're going to be constantly sucking energy from the core, so they're pretty much depleting their own life force. And I believe if you attack him normally, they say, oh, he's gotten more powerful since he got hit by a physical attack. It really doesn't make much sense, but hey, don't question it. You're fighting against a zombie-like thing in the center of the ground, basically. There's not very much logic going into this. Yeah, you can't drink up my girl like a milkshake. Bastard. I believe only ice attacks will work on this guy. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting your time. Eventually, he'll just absorb the core dry. And then there'll be nothing left but the top and the bottom. I really get why the core is even there. You can't even attack it, really. Since if you do, it just does 0 damage. And Chrono is getting low on MP, so time to fill that sucker up. Yeah, this should be over soon. I doubt he has very much HP left, and the only thing he seems to be doing most of the time is the sand breath attack. Oh, no more core! Always like how crazy Chrono gets during the confused attack. And see, that's when it says defense up when attacked. But if you constantly layer the ice attacks over that, it's not going to be an issue. The main thing you gotta worry about is your guys running out of MP. Well, unless it's the person wearing the gold stud, like Marl is. So she's not going to be running out anytime soon. And that's all she wrote. Easy enough. We have pretty much looted the entire place. Indeed. Let's get going. I think if you use an ice type attack like the ice tackle between Marl and Robo, and also power tab, it'll still do 0 damage because it's considered a ice attack, not a physical attack. But let's go talk to Fiona and tell her the good news. As we continue to watch it load. Oh, don't worry, we got the guy. We got just the guy for the job. Someone who can't technically die, but you get the gist. And yeah, I don't need to switch to anyone else. So yeah, just put Robo in the party and talk to her again. You'll do it. And indeed, you do leave him behind, so if you say yes, he won't be in your party until you go and get him. He's going to be bulldozing the land for about 400 years. So let's get forward and see how his job gets done. And see what a good job it is. Now the entire place is covered with trees. Let's go inside the Fiona Shrine. Apparently she did quite good. Well, you should be thanking me. I did leave him. I did leave him there. Nah. I'll take the credit for that. Here we get some very expensive headgear. The Vigil hat being obviously the best one, but the most expensive as well. Probably the best one to get would be the sight cap, because I don't get locked down too much, and I also don't get slowed and stopped too much. And also, I'm cheap. So, if anything, I get confused a lot more than I get inflicted with any of the other ailments. So, let's get one of these. And let's equip that on Chrono. Thought he had one of these, but I guess not. That'll do. While I'm here, I might as well sell some stuff. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Only on to that. Only on to that. And that. But I don't need another one of those. I'll get the other one to Robo if need be. Speaking of Robo, let's actually reactivate him. I guess they switch automatically to Luca when you pass on Robo's request. And apparently just dragging him off the pedestal reactivates him. That makes sense. God only knows what that felt like. He had to go through all those years, but yet, for us, it was just like a snap of the finger. Now we're going to get philosophical in this game. By the way, the scene doesn't really change at all if you don't get Magus on the team. He just has one small piece of dialogue that they don't really acknowledge. And he won't be standing by the tree if you don't get him. So you think God did this? That's not exactly the same thing, Ayla. Yeah, they're mostly regrets. Because they're dying at the time. Good question. Oh, I think someone struck a nerve. Oh, really? Yeah, that's basically all he says. Not exactly a profound sentence there, Magus. Everyone go to fucking sleep. Everyone's asleep except Luca. This plays more into her history and more into her character. It's one of the few times where you get only one character in the game. He got it mostly with Chrono, but this is the only other time you get someone else. Now we got a red gate to go through. And this is what I was talking about before with going back to a specific time instead of going to a different century. And let's go down the stairs. Just pop into the kitchen for a bit and read the notes. That's what it is, naming my lovely wife. Use it in emergency. For wondering her name, I don't think they ever bring it up until just now. Her name is Lara. And I think this is more fitted towards the Super Nintendo version because there's no A button on the PlayStation controller. So instead of A, you have to hit circle for the password. And we're going to see why in just a few seconds. And they tell you right there, so it's not exactly a well-kept secret. Oh, snap. And you have the choice in order to save her or actually let her continue on and get her legs crushed. Now let me pause it just here because in the beginning of the story she is actually paralyzed because of what this happened. But as we're gonna do here, she'll actually be able to walk again, or keep walking. And that's quite enjoyable, isn't it? So she actually managed to change a bit of her history. Her mom gets to keep walking. Not a bad idea. I think Luga around this age is probably about 6 or maybe 5 years old. So that explains how she's as old as she is in 1000 AD. Because it's simply just 10 years ago. Hey, Robo. Wonder how he saw that, or if he even did. Oh, sweet. And this is a one-of-a-kind item, the Green Dream. Basically what it is a free one-time revival. Think of it as the Sacred Ash in Pokemon Gold and Silver. Where do we go next? Good question. Good question indeed. I have no clue. A lot of the side quests take place in the Middle Ages. So we should probably start here, if anywhere else. Oh, we got a time paradox. We got 2 robos now. Just grand. No. And if you look over here, we got another hidden little area where Ozzy and the other 2 minions of Magus have managed to retreat to. And here's where you're going to have the final confrontation with them, which I believe that we shall do next time. So, next time Let's Play Chrono Trigger, we'll do just that. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!